Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. 'Tis I, Maxine Shaw, Hunter at Law, here to talk to you about 5 things that I've learned since playing Monster Hunter Wilds. Now we finally got into the full swing of things. The game is fully released. Everybody's having a good or bad time playing this game right now. But I wanted to talk about some of the things that I've learned on my little journey here. And some things that I picked up on, some things that you may or may not know. But let's go ahead and hop right into it, shall we? The first tip that I'm going to bring up to you guys is take your time and explore. Don't let your sacred auto take you everywhere. Take a look around, take a breather in between hunts, and just explore as much as you can. Every nook and cranny of every map. You never know what kind of stuff you'll find. There's so many interesting things, so much endemic life. Speaking of which, catch the endemic life. When you see creatures you never seen before, you're never caught, make sure you have your net ready and just explore. Some downtime in between hunts. Maybe you're waiting for your friends to get ready so you can do the next hunt. Maybe you're just taking a little bit of breather between some heavy story stuff. Explore, take a look around, get full control of your sacred, and enjoy the game, enjoy the environment, enjoy the wilds. That's what they made it for. The next tip I'm going to bring up for you guys is to make sure to do your side quests. The side quests in this game are not what I would really consider optional. I know a lot of games have a bunch of side quest stuff that you either can or cannot do, but I made the same mistake playing Monster Hunter World. Don't skip the side quests, just do them. You got a little bit of time in between each major story beat to go back and just check with the NPCs in the villages to see if you need to do them or if they have side quests available for you. Just knock them out. You're gonna have to go back and do them anyway, and some actually pretty important game features and items and different things are kind of held behind this system. So, whenever you get a chance to do some side quests, take some time and go and do them because they are important. The third one is a pretty big one, and I know some people may or may not take issue with this one, but here we go. Defense is significantly more important than skills in low rank. So when you're making gear in low rank, you may be enticed by some of the skills that some gear sets may have, and I am not saying that they are not useful. There are some that are really, really good, like speed eating, for example, is a lifesaver. There's a couple other skills and perks that you may have access to in low rank that are very, very specifically relevant to your weapon or to your playstyle, so you probably want to keep that or something like that. That's all well and good if you want to focus on that. If it helps you play better, helps you with survivability or whatever it is you may need, then it's perfectly fine to stick with that armor set, upgrade it to a certain point so you still have some defense. But otherwise, just generally, just get whatever has the highest defense at the time. Skills are not really that important early on. They are something you're definitely going to want to pay attention to later, but as you're just kind of playing through, wear what looks nice, wear what has the highest defense, whatever it is you want to do, but don't get too held up on the skills. Fourth tip I'm going to give you guys is pick up everything when you can. Just everything. It kind of doesn't matter. If you're going past it and you got enough time, just grab it. There's so many things in this game that you may not need now that you might need later. You may not know you need it now and figure out that you need it later. You don't want to have to be scrambling to go specifically search for things. So it's much better to get to the end game with a little bit of everything than a whole lot of nothing, you know? Because you never know. And especially when it comes to the tradable items that's going to be coming later when you want to trade for food and stuff like that. And we'll couple this with the first tip of this video. The first thing that I learned is when exploring is, those items on the map that have the little question marks on it, those tradable items, the special items. You're going to want to definitely stock up on those as quickly as possible, because once again, once they become relevant, you don't want to be like, oh, now I have to do this now. Like, you'll already have a little bit in your inventory that you've been kind of holding on to when they become relevant, and that'll kind of eliminate the whole, oh, now I have to go search for these things type thing, It just makes the situation a lot better for you. And then the last thing that I learned playing Monster Hunter Wilds is if you're gonna spend time going out looking for specific items, and I mean gathering herbs, bones, or whatever, you might as well go ahead and make a gear set specifically for those things. So there's a couple skills that are really good for gathering. One of them being botanist, the other one being geologist, and then you have another one called entomologist. These are all really, really good skills and extremely helpful when you're just farming for items. So if you're in between hunts, or if maybe you turn on the game, you don't really feel like hunting, but you want to do some exploring and just some random gathering, make sure you get a set with either botanist, biologist, or entomologist, whichever one, geologist, I mean, sorry, and just kind of grab stuff. They all have different skills. Make sure you go in and read the skills to see exactly how many points you need in each one to obtain the specific thing that you're looking for. And just kind of go nuts, man. It definitely shaves off a significant amount of time it would take for you to gather those items under normal circumstances. And because everything in the game is on a 15-minute cooldown for the most part after you gather it initially, this will definitely save you a ton of time. Just, you know, and it doesn't matter that the gear is going to be super duper weak. You're not going to be fighting. You don't fight in this gear. This is gear you put on specifically so you can just go out and gather stuff. And I actually have one set up here that I could show you, so that way you can actually see what I'm talking about. I actually have it on right now. So if you go to equipment information here, we got the chainmail headgear, chainmail vest, chainmail gloves, leather belt, leather pants, and the botany charm. And this gives us 3 points in botanist and 3 points in geologist all together. And this should be more than enough. I mean, if you get 1 more point in botanist, that'll give you more mushrooms specifically. But if you're not going after mushrooms specifically, you don't need that extra point in botanist. Geologist is perfect for that. The last skill I wanted to talk about is entomologist, and basically what that skill does is it makes it to where bugs don't explode into a million pieces when you attack them. They always leave a corpse for you to carve so you can get bug materials. I know this is a big issue for some people, especially people who are using stuff like hammer and greatsword. The bugs are so fragile, you hit them, they're pretty much guaranteed to just completely disintegrate. So if you don't want that happening, you want to collect bug materials, then you definitely want to utilize this skill. It'll make your life a whole lot easier. Or the alternative, if you don't want to go through the effort of equipping or utilizing this skill, you could always use poison bombs. And poison bombs are nice for that. Get into a nice group of bugs, drop down a poison bomb, it'll poison all the bugs and they'll just die over time. And if a bug dies from poison, they are guaranteed to leave a corpse. They will not explode due to poison. So that's an alternative, but then you gotta craft them, the poison bombs. So there's that. But it is a pretty good alternative, because you can get into a large group of bugs, like just kind of get into their area, drop a poison bomb, and they'll all die in just one fell swoop. So very nice, very easy. But those are the things that I've learned, or at least some of the things that I've learned. Just 5 things that I've learned playing Monster Hunter. There's so many more that you could actually learn from. But these are the 5 that I'm giving you guys in this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. A like and a subscribe would be greatly appreciated. It lets YouTube know that my content is worth watching. And it's okay to lie to YouTube, okay? Like, it's okay to lie to them. You can hit that like button and subscribe anyway. They don't need to know. They don't need to know that these videos aren't actually worth watching. Like, nobody needs to know. Just to share it anyway. It's not gonna hurt. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.